Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another reaction video. Every time I think that Nintendo and Pokemon are done uploading trailers for Scarlet and Violet, they release another one. Now, you guys may have seen my previous video I posted about just how excited I am about these games, so I figured this is most likely going to be the actual final trailer of the games, considering the game's release in literally 3 days. So I figured I'd give, a reaction to the final, well, hopefully the final trailer. They might release some, starter trailer the day of release, which would be interesting. But yeah, let's take a look and see what we've got going on here. See if there's anything new in here.
Your journey, your very own treasure hunt.
I mean, the world it still looks massive.
Vast natural expanses and vibrant cityscapes await here in the Paldea region.
Oh, look at that. The world is just going to be huge.
Your journey begins with enrollment at an academy in the heart of Paldea.
Okay, that's something. That's something to look at. Just look at how big the building is compared to your character. That is just... It looks like the buildings that we're going to be able to walk into may have some substance to them.
You'll meet your teachers, classmates, and senior students here at the academy. The academy's director, Clavel.
So far there hasn't been really any new stuff, but we are only, what, like 30 seconds in, a minute into it? So they're reintroducing us to the starters. All very well done. All very well done starters. I'm still going with Sprigatito. Oh, that's a cool little animation. It looks like they're throwing... To summon them out, they're like throwing something to the ground, probably the Pokeball that they're in? Okay. Free exploration. So this is something that they've touched on quite a bit.
Where you go is entirely up to you.
Okay.
With local wireless or online play, you can explore Paldea with up to 3 other players.
That's it. That's all the info they give. They're just like, oh yeah, you can play online with up to 3 other people. No new info there. Apparently you're able to tackle this story in any which way, though, according to, well, what they just said earlier on. Let's see what's going on here with...
Challenge gym leaders at Pokemon gyms.
So just your standard Pokemon stuff. You got the gyms that you can battle.
In whatever order you choose.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me go back. What?
Gyms. There are 8 gyms in all. Tackle them in whatever order you choose.
So there are 8 gyms in total, and you can tackle them in any order you choose. That is very hopeful. That gives me hope that the game may scale depending on gym badges. Which, if that's the case, it could... I mean, you could have many different playthroughs depending on which gyms you take on first, and if, they have different stages of evolutions of the Pokemon they use. That would be cool. That would be very cool if the game did scale with gym badges. And the gyms as well.
Team Star is a group of troublemakers disrupting the Academy's activities. Infiltrate their hideout and defeat anyone who stands in your way. Say hello to Arvin, an upperclassman searching for rare herbs. Join him in tracking down these mysterious herbs said to be hidden across the Paldea region.
So those are the 3 different stories then. So you got the gym battle, you got the, Victory Road story, you have the Team Star story, and then you have working with Arvin to get herbs or herbs or something and going and fighting Titan Pokemon. So, I mean, I already knew there was going to be 3 stories, which is cool. A bunch of, like, swarms of Pokemon. I wonder if that's how it's going to be in the game. Like, going back here real quick. Because you have, like, the 3 Eevees running up on you. And then a bunch of the Smolives. And then a bunch of the Wigglets. So I wonder if that's how it's going to be in the game. I wonder if it's just going to be a swarm of Pokemon, or if it's just going to be little individual guys. So that'll be interesting to see, because I know Sword and Shield, sure, you could have the same Pokemon running around, but then in Arceus, you know, there were, you know, groups of the same Pokemon near each other. So I'm curious to see how they do that.
Uses its trusty sense of smell to find food. Fido feels moist and
Given a little information on some of the new Pokemon, Fido and Lechonk.
boasts a massive body and solid horns.
So Titan's interesting. I wonder if it's going to evolve at all. It looks like a Pokemon that doesn't really evolve, but has some decent base stats anyway.
A battle will commence. You can also have your Pokemon engage in battles on their own.
Oh, and then they're showing off just the different battle modes, normal battling, and then the Go mode. Wait, what Pokemon were on the team there? I just want to... Oh, just everything we've seen so far. Psyduck, 2 Lechonks, and a Fido. Okay. They're going over the terastallization.
Is the key to dominating battles. This phenomenon
This feature, I will say, this feature is
sparkle like gems.
something I'm actually kind of excited about. I wonder if you'll be able to change the Terra type. Because if the starters just have their normal type,
All Pokemon,
kind of boring, in my opinion.
some will even change types entirely when they do.
So it'd be really cool to get different types on these starters.
Terra,
Maybe, here's an idea, because, you know, the whole terastallization thing is to, you know, help a Pokemon with its weakness. So I think it would be really cool if, say, like, you know, the grass starter, its Terra type was water to help, you know, with its fire weakness. And then everything goes like that. So water would then get fire, fire would get grass, and that would just kind of even things out a little bit, kind of reverse the weakness triangle.
which can be challenged with up to 3 other players.
And that's actually one thing I just, as they were walking into the Terra Den, because you have just like a den here that you walk into, that's very reminiscent of, oh, what was the game I was playing that had something very similar? Monster Hunter Stories 2 had something very similar to this, where a den would just pop up in the overworld, and you could go and run up to it and
These particular
try and
Pokemon can be
capture
fought
the
in
monster egg.
battles, which can be challenged with up to 3 other
So that's what that reminds me of.
work together to defeat and catch wild Terra Pokemon.
Okay, maybe some new info in here, more ways to play.
Memorable moments from your adventure with the camera app.
Oh, that's pretty seamless if that's how the transition actually works.
Out and about.
Oh, and you can control where the arm goes and everything. Hold on.
Time while you're out and about.
So you can control, so you can hide the guide, you can change filters, you can rotate the camera, I'm assuming with the L and R left and right. Then you can point the camera with the stick, and that maybe goes up and down a little bit. And you can fully reset the camera with just pressing in the right stick. Oh, and then, okay, down at the bottom there, you can change the expression that's being made. You can change where the eyes are looking, it looks like. And then the Y button, I'm assuming that just flips the camera, like that just looks like the flip camera icon on normal phones these days.
Need a makeover? Stop by a beauty salon.
Okay,
change
let's see
your
if there's
hairstyle.
any new... it doesn't look like they're showing anything else with customization, unfortunately.
Use the photos you
That is
take
one of the
to
things I am
your
super
photo
excited
album
about.
and create your own ID card.
Now here's something interesting. 7 hours of playtime apparently with 5 recipes collected. No badges. Only 28 Pokemon seen. I wonder... I mean, they probably haven't really done anything with this profile, but how interesting would it be? You can go 7 hours without getting a single badge. I mean, if you're... depending on which story you're doing, that actually makes sense.
And relax with your Pokemon.
More picnic stuff.
Give 'em a good
Okay.
wash, or make a yummy sandwich together.
Okay. What was that? Hold
Or
on.
make a yummy
What
sandwich.
was that animation? He just got... Hold on. You have the sandwich being made, and it looks like they just dragged... It's just like in Photoshop, and they're like, and we drag it over the sandwich while it closes its mouth. Alright. That's kind of funny. That little animation there.
Both will deepen your bond with your Pokemon.
Is this the same battle theme as Sword and Shield? No, it's changed a little bit. It is very similar. I thought they just reused the gym battle. It's very similar, but a little different.
What treasure will you find? Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. Available November 18th only on
Jeez.
Nintendo
Alright.
Switch. Digital pre-order.
Well, that's the final trailer. I mean, I assume the final trailer. Every time I think it's the final trailer, they always release another one. So I'm not going to say that this is the final trailer, because honestly, with what they've done in the past, I would not be surprised if they release some trailers the day of, just going over the starters' final evolutions. But yeah, that is my phone going off. Yeah, very interesting. Again, I am very, very excited for these games. They're 3 days away. They are so close. This year has just flown by while I've been waiting for these games. I didn't really see anything new in these trailers that I really want to talk about too much. Most of it was new. The one thing that kind of caught me by surprise a little bit was back at the beginning here, where they're walking into the school, just how detailed things seem to be in here, as well as, I mean, look at how big it is. That's the one thing I'm still just excited about, is just taking how long to walk just a certain distance. Like this little clip here is about 2 seconds, and he was it's you can get I'm excited. I have no words for this. That's gonna do it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy this video, this reaction, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what starter you're going to be choosing in the games. If you do like the sound of my voice, I will be streaming these games when they do come out this Friday. But that is going to do it for this video. Again, thanks you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.